Courier.
I don't have much time for chit.
I think it's time I show you the real reason why we have been fighting and freezing our asses off in this godforsaken wasteland. The reason why my men continue to suffer and die here. I'm sure you've learned by now that we're not working for the NCR. We're a splinter group who have removed ourselves from Kimball and his narrow-minded conquest to expand the NCR's territorial grasp. We're not against the New California Republic. I believe the NCR to be the best hope to have come out of this post-apocalyptic world. But I blame Kimball for what he has done to it. He turned the NCR into a warmongering nation that no longer cares for its own people. He is willing to sacrifice whatever and whoever in order to satisfy his grandiose vision for the NCR. My boys, they've been through a lot. Kimball forced them to fight during the Brotherhood of Steel War. Most of them were young kids with little to no combat experience. But to Kimball, they were just conscripts to be used as cannon fodder. However, they still fought hard and bravely, only to die for a cause not of their own. I promised those boys, those men, their freedom.
Once we finally crushed the Brotherhood at Helios 1, I thought it was finally over. We'd won the war, but at a heavy price. Over half of my battalion was wiped out in the assault. All good kids. I remember each and every one who died under my command. The lives I couldn't save. The only peace of mind I had was that the rest were to be sent home, where they'd be free from any more war, where they could hopefully live the rest of their lives in peace. Or so I thought. Only a few months after taking Helios, the Legion were making a push for Hoover Dam shortly after wiping out the NCR's most eastward stronghold, Fort Iradesh. Suddenly, I saw it happening all over again. More kids being sent to their deaths, more families being torn apart and forced to serve as conscripted cannon fodder. More soldiers let forever scar. That's something I wish those who wage war. Kimball was, of course, determined to hold Hoover Dam at all cost. He ordered my men and I to reinforce the dam. I had two choices: lead my men into another bloody war, only to satisfy Kimball's vision, or leave the NCR and be labeled as a deserter. I chose the latter. I'm glad you understand. It was not an easy decision. Those who followed me only did so because they believed in me. I did not force anyone to come to the frontier. These men and women look up to me as their leader, and I will not fail them. It is my duty to one day bring these people back to the Republic and set things right. A peaceful revolution without any bloodshed. We only aim to remove that warmonger, Kimball, from power so the NCR can finally get back to focus. That is what I am about. What you see before you, we call the Liberator.
An awe-inspiring relic of the old world. It appears to have been some kind of prototype airship that was left unfinished beneath the airport. With this fully restored, it would certainly turn the tide for us in our conflict with both the Legion and Kimball's NCR. However, in its current state, it can't even get airlifted. It's essentially a massive paperweight while in this hangar. This is where your help is needed, Courier. Follow me.
One of our greatest threats we face in the frontier, apart from the inhospitable weather and landscape, is, of course, the Legion. You may be aware that this isn't the same Legion as seen in the Mojave. They are more or less tribals who have pledged allegiance to Caesar's Legion. They weren't much of a threat when we first arrived. But somehow Caesar learned of our presence here and sent his legate, Marcus Valerius, and Frumentari to spearhead the tribals against us. Alarmingly, the tribals have outnumbered and even outgunned us in a number of ways. Because of their nativity to this region, they have proven to be far more versatile and have been gathering resources and territory faster than we can compete with. They continue to encroach on us, even after our recent affair with them, which has left my army crippled. On top of that, I have reasons to suspect that the Legion have spies within our own ranks. The reason why we suffered such heavy losses during our assault to rescue you was most likely due to a breach in our invasion plans. The Legion already had their artillery aimed at my fleet before they even reached into enemy territory. So many of my men slaughtered before their boots could even touch the ground. Furthermore, we have had supplies and weapons go missing from our stockpiles, most notably our tank busters, while their use by the Legion and even scavs has become more frequent in recent events, resulting in greater losses of our tanks and vertibirds. If you have any information of a potential breach in our ranks, Dolus, where have you... This seems to confirm my suspicions that Valerius was tipped off just before the assault. Now we at least know this Dolus is the one we need to look out for. I currently have Rancor investigating any suspicious activity. He's not just my personal bodyguard, but also my top reconnaissance agent. He's my eyes and ears in the frontier. This here's Wei, my lead engineer on the Liberator, who you may have already met.
Yes. Hello, Courier. As much as Blackthorn may think I need your help, I will have this aircraft fully functional. You'll see. You'll all see. It's an aircraft carrier. It'll be a miracle if it actually flies, but luckily for us...
You see what we have all been working for. I hope you understand how important it is that we reach our goal in time. God forbid any of this technology. Once the Liberator is fully restored, it can be used. With the amount of firepower it packs, we will use it to restore order and peace in both. Then, we will force Kimball into resignation. He was originally a member of the 1st Recon Unit back in the NCR.
Rancor and his unit were the first to breach Helios 1 during our battle with the Brotherhood and managed to sabotage much of their defenses. It was his cunning tactics during that battle that greatly reduced the amount of casualties we suffered. And just like the rest of the men here, he believes in ridding the NCR of their corruption. I trust him with my life. Ideally, I plan to put your skills of exploration to good use and have you scavenge any remote locations that may contain the components needed to complete the Liberator.
General Blackthorn, sir.
Whoa, take it slowly. Breathe. Now, what is so important that you ran all the way down here?
I just got word of a possible enemy attack on the airport.
Are you sure of this?
Yes, sir. Reports are coming in from all over of a large group of scav vehicles heading towards the airport as we speak.
All right, we'll handle this back at the airport terminal. And Tuner, next time remember to use the intercom.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
According to these projections, the scavs have been moving closer and closer towards the airport, and without hesitation it appears. It won't be long before they reach our walls.
How many would you say there are?
At least a couple dozen retrofitted vehicles.
That's a massive mechanized unit. Why would they suicidally come at us like this?
They must think we are still weak from the recent battle with the Legion and are attempting to finish us off. But we'll let them know we're not finished here just yet.
What's the plan, sir?
Send a column of tanks to intercept and ambush them. We'll wipe them out before they reach the airport.
Yes, sir. I'll gather the men.
Sergeant Johnson, alert the rest of the men. The base is to be on full alert.
Yes, sir.
Courier, I'll need your assistance on this. You'll go with the tank crew to intercept the scavs. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Maybe afterwards we'll teach you how to drive one. Hell, if you wipe out these scavs, go speak to Watchman in the maintenance hangar. He'll give you the rundown.